Hi everybody, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Now, I'm going to start this video with a story about redemption. 5 years ago, yesterday, was the release of the Elder Scrolls Online. So happy 5th anniversary to Elder Scrolls Online. In my eyes, today, currently, it's a really fun MMORPG to play. And I thoroughly recommend it to people who haven't tried it. However, when it released 5 years ago, it was an absolute mess. It was bugged, it was broken, things were hidden behind awful paywalls, there were terrible decisions when it came to the structure of the game. I quit. I created an AzChats, maybe AzChats 23 or 27, somewhere around there. I did a video where I said, I've quit this game in the first month with prejudice. And I went into exactly why. I highlighted all the problems that it had and said, I'm done. I ain't even touching this game. And remember, when it launched, it had a ridiculously high subscription fee as well, on top of everything. Anyway, the good thing about ZeniMax Online is they identified very quickly indeed they had massive issues. And instead of doubling down on the problems, what they did is they actually addressed them. They went to whichever parties dealing with the monetization and the structure of it and things like that. And the way that I like to think it went was they said, look, you need to let us run this game. You need to let us do the game the way that we want it. Otherwise, there ain't going to be a game. So your efforts of monetization ain't going to work. And it seemed to work. They dropped the subscription fee within the first year. They brought in the cashshop instead. They loaded it full of cosmetics and such and so forth. But people could play for free now. Now, that was a much better change to the game. They eradicated a lot of the bugs. The game got more stable. However, the game itself didn't really come into its own until Tamriel Unlimited, where they did away with all of the gates which barred you from doing certain content. And the world scaled to wherever you went, which is amazing because you can go to any place, any zone, any time, and it will scale to you. And it's such a fantastic way of playing the game. It allows you to see so many different things, explore, do quests for from other factions, all of that good stuff. And it's up to you how you do it. So there was this element of the Elder Scrolls coming back into the MMO version of it. And to me, it's been so much fun ever since. Do you know which other ZeniMax studio is just absolutely knocking it out the park? Sorry, no, my bad. What I meant to say is being a bunch of complete shits and liars and almost thieves and deceivers. Why, it's Bethesda, of course. You have this wonderful redemption story with ZeniMax Online, and then you have this unbelievable fall from grace with Bethesda. And only a couple of days ago, I did a video where I addressed Todd Howard speaking about Fallout 76 at the recent PAX East board that they had. And instead of coming out, maybe taking some responsibility for the problems, you know, telling some truths, trying to get people back, trying to build up some good faith again. No, he just doubled down on the lies. It looks like Todd Howard can't stop lying. And it just makes me just not give a shit about what comes out of his mouth anymore. Because to me, Todd Howard is just a liar. Just a liar. He was talking about how there's millions of players on Fallout 76. There isn't, folks. There isn't. People have been crunching the numbers. He said how it was a massive success and did very, very well. It was garbage. It was a mitigated failure. Oh, dear. So, what happens? Well, a few days later, we get the patch notes for Inside the Vault. Okay? And we get this section here. Repair items anytime using repair kits. And they talk about what's going to come into this patch. Repair kits are a new utility item that will help you spend more time looting and shooting, and less time toiling away at a workbench fixing your gear. We've received lots of requests for repair kits, and we're excited to add them in the weeks following patch 8. These will come in two forms: basic repair kits and improved repair kits. Repair kits cannot be dropped, sold to vendors, or traded with other players. They are, in essence, soul-bound. World of Warcraft fans, you know what I mean. Here's a rundown of how they will work. Now, before I go into how they will work, and obviously you read the title, you know what's coming, I just want to read this next section, to really show what an absolute bunch of arseholes these people are. We read tons of feedback and suggestions from the Fallout 76 community, and repair kits were a popular request that we wanted to get into players' hands. Right. So the way that they're going to get them into players' hands, the Atomic Shop, the Cash Shop. So let's just go through this. Basic repair kits are single-use consumables, so you use it, it vanishes. That immediately restores one of the items in your inventory to 100% condition. So long as you have a repair kit in your inventory, you can use it to fix up a piece of gear anytime, anywhere. It's the Martini Girl. And without spending any of your own crafting materials. Once you've got a repair kit, open your Pip-Boy to find the item you want to repair, hit inspect, select repair kit option, and then leap right back into the action. I mean, let's just be honest, that is so clunky and clumsy, it's unreal. Works fine for single player because it pauses the game, but on an online game, it's just a mess. The Pip-Boy, the whole menu system is just a mess because it wasn't designed for online. You can also use repair kits anytime at the workbench, at your camp, at workshops, or those you find in the world. Workbenches, by the way, not repair kits, because you can only get the repair kit through the Atomic Shop. No, they don't drop as an item. No, you can't discover them in drawers, chests, duffel bags, whatever. No, you can't purchase them for vendors using your caps. No, you've got to go to the cash shop and use your atoms to get them. Remember when Pete Hines said that the game would just throw atoms at you? What does it fucking echoes like? What does it echoes like? Although, if there are people who are playing the game now, they might have a surplus. They might have blown them in the cash shop. But why is this pay to win? The reason why the repair kit is pay to win is because the time it saves when you're out in the field. Now, they've already, even though Pete Hines promised there would not be any pay to win, they've already broken that promise previously with the suits that you could buy in the Atomic Shop, which gave you buffs. And if you teamed up with people, it increased the buffs. When you are paying real money to receive an in-game advantage, that is pay to win. So I can't say that Pete Hines has broken his promise, because he already has. He's just adding to his broken promises now. Because if you use the repair kit, it saves you so much time to go back, find a workshop, or to get out of combat, to save position, then teleport to a workshop, then use, then repair if you've got the materials to repair, of course. And that is a very important thing. If you play every so often and not that regularly, you might not. Legit, you might not. And then, of course, you can't just teleport right back to where you were. You would have to teleport to the nearest teleport area. So it's just a huge time saver, which allows you to kill more, which allows you to loot more, which allows you to be out more, etc. So regardless of the situation you're in, boom, whack a repair kit on, gear done, there you go. All you have to do is pay real money. And the reason why I highlighted this is they have identified what the community wanted. They have acted upon that by putting it into the game, and they have exploited their player base once again. Oh, you want these? Okay, we'll bring them in for you. For a price. I don't think Bethesda can get any shittier than they are right now. This is just another, again, a promise broken to add to the promise broken. And when companies are saying one thing, and then 5 months down the line since release, they're doing something else. Why should anyone ever trust them? Why should we ever trust a company? This actually, it's horrible to say, this makes me want legislation. This actually makes me want to have some sort of cast iron legislation in place that companies can't do this. We've already seen Black Ops 4 released with zero monetization or microtransactions. Now there's 6 bloody forms of it in the game. 6 months later. 6! It's absolutely obscene that these companies can get away with this type of behavior. But when your head comes out and says, hey folks, we promise there won't be any pay to win, and 4 months later, well, it's probably like 3 months later they broke that with the costumes. Why should you ever believe a word that comes out of their mouth? And Fallout 76 community, be careful what you ask for. Because it looks like they're just going to monetize it. Oh, you want something? Sure. We'll put it in the cash shop, though. Sure, you might have some atoms saved up. You'll get through them. You'll get through them. Now, the improved repair kit drops in-game, but you can only get that from the Scorched Beast Queen. So that's not going to be a regular thing. Because you've got to get all the time, of course, with the getting the keys and the atoms, the push, the ban, the get, so, and the kill. So that's not exactly going to be a regular thing. It's just disgusting. And they don't care. I have to emphasize this every time. So if you are supporting this behavior, I'm really sorry to try and say this and be a bit narky with you, but you are supporting your own exploitation. And you are also condoning this sort of behavior, which means Bethesda will continue to do it. There should be an outcry, legitimate outcry on the forums about this. It is absolutely disgraceful. Bethesda know this. They don't care. If they cared, they wouldn't have even done this in the first place. You have to understand that. These are people who are looking to literally nickel and dime you because they created an absolute piece of shit and they're not men enough to actually apologize for it. They know it should have been in production for a hell of a lot longer. But hey, if you're ripe for the plucking, they're ready to take your cash. So Bethesda acting disgusting once again, losing more faith. And to be honest with you, Starfield can probably just go off right now, to be quite frank. Because I wouldn't trust Bethesda as far as I could throw them. And it's just another company that is making me never want to support any of their products again. Happy birthday, Elder Scrolls Online. I'm real sorry that you're associated with this garbage. So I hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and Twitch live streaming links down in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.